I wanted to talk about Monique because it's so good to see a black woman just stand on business for her husband. I see so many black women that are in Hollywood or in the limelight that are making sad songs, that are preaching a sad news, that are talking about relationships in a negative way, that are talking about men in a negative way. So to see a married woman who has been married for quite some time really love her husband, really stand for her husband, really take up for her husband, I absolutely love it. There has been backlash to even what Monique has said from online. There have been some women, sadly, mostly black women that I've seen that said things like, I don't get why she calls her husband a king. And I don't understand why she talks to her about her husband in that way. And a lot of times when you see people retaliate or say negative things about a woman who is loving her husband and who is uplifting and encouraging her husband and who is standing for her husband, a lot of that has to do with internalized hatred for men. Misandry. Oh, you're a pick-me because you love your husband? Because you're standing for your husband? You're a pick-me. Those women are broken. They probably didn't have good relationships with their fathers. The men that they've dealt with have hurt them, or they've made the relationship go sour, and they've had really bad relationships with men. And so when they see a woman loving on her husband and a husband loving on his wife the right way, they don't know how to deal with that.
I remember our beautiful sister Tiffany Haddish did an interview with GQ magazine, and the conversation turned to Monique. And she said, well, I don't do business like Monique do business, and I'm glad I don't have that husband of hers.
But she don't know your husband.
And when I saw that, it's like, Tiffany, if you had a husband like mine, you may not have 2 DUIs. If you had a husband like mine, you may not be caught up in what looks like you could have been grooming a child. And I say all of that with no judgment. But when you speak about having a husband like mine, you open up the door. And I'm saying to you, if you had one like mine, you may not sit in these positions that you can't explain the next day.
Right.
Or it's a hard way to go. So once again...
Well, she doesn't even have a husband, let alone like yours.
Hi, wives and hi, future wives. How are you today? God bless you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video to someone you believe will benefit from it. Also, I have a Cashapp. Donate if you feel led to help expand this ministry. Be a part of my mailing list. The link is in the description below. You will be able to stay up to date with everything that we have going on. Know when new videos pop up. Don't forget to get the free.
It's free.
Wife Mindset Guide. It's going to help you think like a wife. A wife is not merely just a woman married under the law, but she is a mindset. You have to have the right mindset to be married. So click the link in my bio to get it. It is free. Now, I want to talk about Monique. She is Cat Williams part 2. For the last decade, she has been talking about her experiences with some very powerful people in Hollywood. And she went on Club Shannon Sharp's actual interview show, and she exposed it all, as no one was really surprised about that. I think when people saw that Monique was going to be on the show, they knew that she was going to tell everything. And she did. She rehatched some things that we've heard in the past, and then she brought up some new things. And one of the things that happened in this interview with Club Shay is that Monique was talking about how Tiffany Haddish did an interview and basically said that she doesn't have the husband that Monique has. And Monique interpreted that to meaning that I'm glad I don't have her husband. I'm glad I don't have her husband. Monique's husband is her manager, her business partner. And apparently, I guess there are some things that people do not like about how her husband handles business or does things. But Monique doesn't stand for that because she says, I'm not going to meet with anyone without my husband. Monique's response to what Tiffany Haddish said was interesting. She said, if you had a husband like mine, your life probably wouldn't be spiraling out of control. Damn. And the reason why that is so interesting Because there are a lot of women out there just going to and fro and they have no direction. And one thing marriage gives women is direction. It gives you purpose. You're trying to find your purpose in the corporate world, but what if your purpose all along has been to be a married woman and to come alongside a man and build a legacy and build a family and follow his leading? And to love God and honor God that way with your body, with your time, with your mind, with your gifts and talents. To use all of your skills that you're giving to someone else out there in the world that doesn't like you, have a job. These people can fire you any day. They can get rid of you any day.
You're fired.
But yet you can use your skills, your talents, your gifts for your family, for your children, for your husband, for your marriage. And I think a lot of women are using their gifts and talents in the wrong way. That stuff is supposed to go to your marriage. It's supposed to go to your family. But yet you're spending all your time giving it to people who could fire you quickly. Wasting it on things that it's not going to glorify God or get you to where you need to be. See, the purpose is all wrong for a lot of women today. And what a lot of women don't understand is that men are the leaders because women, we need to be led. I truly believe that women are meant to be led by men. Specifically in marriage, specifically in a church setting, the pastor is supposed to be a man. I believe it's biblical. The Bible says that the man was not created for the woman was created for the man. So if you believe the Bible and if you believe that, then you have to come to terms with the fact that you were created to be led by a good man, a godly man. Jesus is a man. When you become a Christian, he leads you. When you get married, your husband is supposed to lead you. When you have a father, your father's supposed to lead you. But we've had so many things backwards. And I think the reason why unhappiness is so big with women today, because they're trying to lead, they're out of order. A lot of women are out of order. So when Monique stands on business for her husband and says, if you had a husband like mine, maybe your life wouldn't be the way it is. It's so true. If a lot of women had a good husband, they would not be dealing with the mess that they are dealing with because there would be a covering, there would be a protection, there would be a buffering. She's basically saying that a lot of these women out here have so much to say about my husband, but my husband has been here for me since the beginning, and I have been successful not just as a married woman, but also in my career because of him, because of his leadership, because of his wisdom, because of his advice, because of his support. Now, I'm not saying that she doesn't bring anything to the table because she does, but I'm specifically talking about the dynamics of husband and wife. And that's why it's important to be married, because there's so many single women out here living their life the way they want, and they have no clue, no direction, no guidance. They have no reason why they don't understand, why am I so unhappy? I have this, I have that, I have that, but they don't have anybody to submit to.
Oh, tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to say.
Women, we should want to submit. We desire, I believe, submission. It's not easy now. Submission isn't easy, but that is something that we desire, that is innate in us, is to be led. If you enjoy what you heard or watched, please consider subscribing to my channel. More content updates coming very, very soon. God bless.